Well guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be comparing and doing some shooting with two of the most popular rimfire cartridges out there right now. They are the 17 Winchester Super Mag and the 22 Mag. Now I thought for today's video we would look at the heaviest bullet weights that I could get my hands on in each caliber. So that would be the 25 grain bullet for the Winchester Super Mag and the 50 grain bullet for the 22 Mag. Trying to help you to decide which of these two bullets might be the better choice if you wanted to hunt some larger game. So we'll start by taking a quick look at the numbers at the table here, and then we won't waste too much time on that. We'll get right out into the field and do some shooting to kind of give you a first-hand look at how those numbers kind of actually transform off the paper and work in real life. And then at the end, I'll be back at the table here to kind of give you some of my observations and conclusions from what I was able to see from being out there where maybe the camera didn't quite capture it all. And hope that you'll like today's video, and if you do, please remember to click the like button and do subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, I'm certainly looking forward to your comments. Thank you again. As we begin to look at the numbers on these two bullets, these are going to be the heaviest offerings in either caliber. You've got the 25 grain Winchester Super Mag compared to the 50 grain bullet on the 22 Mag. The starting numbers would really seem to favor the Winchester Super Mag with a much greater speed at 2,600 feet per second compared to only 1,530 feet per second on the 22 Mag. 375 foot-pounds of energy compared to 260, which would mean that that 17 Winchester Super Mag has 44% more energy at the muzzle. At 50 yards, it's even a larger disparity, 60% more energy in favor of the Winchester Super Mag. And right on out to about 150 yards, that's kind of where it peaks in terms of the difference between the Winchester Super Mag compared to the 22 Mag. With 79% more energy in favor of the Winchester Super Mag. And then it does start to narrow a little bit, the gap does, in terms of the 22 Mag starting to have not quite so little energy compared to the Winchester Super Mag. But here's the thing, here's what people would argue about. They would say that the energy numbers that the bullet arrives with doesn't really tell the true story, because this 22 Mag has a 50 grain bullet compared to a 25 grain bullet. They would say that we should look at the actual effect numbers. So I'm going to see if I can just paste those actual effect numbers in right about here. So here's your actual effect numbers. Actual effect means this. It means if you take this 375 foot-pounds of energy, multiply that by the 25 grain bullet, you would come up with a score of 9375. And if you would take that 260 foot-pounds of energy on your 22 Mag, multiply that by your 50 grain bullet, you would come up with a score of 13,000. So today when we do our testing out there at 50 yards, we will have a bullet that arrives with about 323 foot-pounds of energy. It'll be a 25 grain bullet. So its actual effect score would be about 8,075 compared to the 10,100 actual effect of the 22 Mag. So what's really interesting is this. No matter what distance you look at, the Winchester Super Mag always arrives with more energy than that 22 Mag does. And conversely, no matter what distance you look at, the 22 Mag always arrives with a larger actual effect number than the Winchester Super Mag. So I thought it would be interesting just to go out into the field and do some testing and to see if we should put more weight into these numbers up here with more overall energy, or if we should put more weight into the actual effect numbers that we see down here. So I've got 3 water jugs lined up at 50 yards, getting ready to shoot at them with a 25 grain ballistic tip 17 Winchester Super Mag. these are the 3 water jugs that were just hit with the 25 grain 17 Winchester Super Mag. This water jug on the right was the first one in line. Pretty well got destroyed. And then the bullet did go into the second water jug. Did not come out of the second water jug, I don't think. And the third water jug is just laying on the ground just from the kinetic energy that kind of went through. But no real damage to the water jug itself. And may have some bullet fragments in this particular water jug, it looks like. We'll dig those out, pour those out in a minute here. And this is what's left of the 25 grain from 17 Winchester's Super Mag Ballistic tip after it was recovered from the second water jug in line, shot at 50 yards. Getting ready to shoot at 50 yards, 22 mag, 50 grain hollow point. Okay, walking up right now to these 3 water jugs that were just hit with the 22 mag, 50 grain hollow point. You can see this first one here got hit pretty good. Went right through there. Came out the second one okay right there. And right out through the third one. So even 3 water jugs would not hold that bullet. Alright guys, well welcome back. Thanks again for watching the shooting footage. I hope that it was helpful to you. Some of the things that I observed from being out there is this. Obviously the 22 mag had a lot more deep punching power. It had no trouble blazing right through all 3 water jugs. Whereas on the flip side, that 17 Winchester Super Mag just barely got into water jug number 2. So if I'm hunting and I know for sure that it's going to be closer than 100 yards where I'm shooting, I'm probably going to opt for the 22 mag with the heavier bullet. On the flip side, if I'm hunting and who knows what the distances are, I'm still probably opting for the 17 Winchester Super Mag, and here's why. Even though that little bullet didn't get through to water jug number 3 at all, you might remember that it had no trouble knocking the third water jug over. So even though the bullet didn't get there, the energy still got there. So hopefully this video has been helpful to you. Don't forget to leave your comments down below, and I'll do my best to respond in a timely fashion. Thanks again.